Something which I was explaining just right there. Boom, take your entry at that point, that particular point. Yo, something which has happened. This one only shows an entry right there. Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So, like I was explaining, this is Boom 1000. So, this is Boom 1000. So, you see the entries from the star. And when you see the resistance, the untested resistance, you see, though here it doesn't show the star, it only shows the caving of the MA. Then it missed the star. But you see, after this, you see the untested one. See what happens? It pushes price down. Then the one which you said was going to make make a spike from that point. It already spiked, and this one is going to be an up movement of price. Though this point, let me see, 7 or 8 points, weak resistance. The one which I was talking about, the weak resistance at this point.
Sir, explain in class 500.
Hello,
It's on buy. I think it's on buy trend.
this one,
Crash 500.
crash 500. It's
Yeah.
crash. It's crash 500. I don't usually have a lot to trade with. I normally trade one commodity at a go. So no, not to confuse my mind. Let me see.
Okay, okay.
Let me see this crash. So crash coming. Looking at the 1 hour time frame. Where it's coming from? It's going to crash down. Still in a crash trend. Okay, no, it's going to go a little bit up when it touches that when it makes a retracement here. It's going to go down. Let me see 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, there's untested resistance here. So you see, the first untested resistance here doesn't come back. After you catch a spike from there, then you see the untested resistance. You should be happy about that because it will continue pushing price down. Let me see. Let me see if I zoom in. If I zoom into this, let me see something. This is 5 minutes. So you see a spike or you miss a spike, then you catch another spike from that point after the touch of the top band of the Bollinger Band, the top band. You see what happens? It's going to spike again and it's going to continue spike until it touches the lower band. And from the lower band, what's going to happen is yeah, it will continue pushing price up from this point to go up. Because I'm sure at this point, if we do this, the lowest point, this one, yo, this lowest, the lowest thing. Why is it not moving? Okay, let me see. Let me do this. This is one thing I hate about the PC now. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Can't even touch the vertical line now. Yes, at this low point. uh, at this point here, if you go to the 1 minute, it's this point. You see, let me just move it. You see, it's this point where price is going to touch a buy, it's going to go up. Looking at it in the 5 minutes, it's something like that. See, that's a lower part. That's a lower part, and that's a crossing of the Bollinger Band just there in 5 minutes. If you go back to 1 minute, if you go back to 1 minute, that was supposed to be your entry. And these are the entries I'm normally like when it's in the support. I take my entry, then I go up with it, go up with it all the way. See, so there it has even changed the color now. So it has already touched the mid band of the it has touched the mid band. So sometimes the market might be manipulated. You find maybe it has gone, maybe it's going to retest here. But at this point, maybe at this level here, at this level, this is 1 minute. Okay, at this level, it might make a retracement here, or just before there, it might still spike down and go down. But looking at it, this is buying power here. So it's still in the buying power range. Even in 5 minutes, it's still saying it's still buying. And in 15 minutes, it says it's still buying in 15 because it's coming from support, and it already made the first retest. So me, I like taking my trades in the retest zone. That's there. And 15 also 15 also shows the same thing. This is the lowest part. If you use the crosshair right here, why I put the vertical line here? You see, it's coming all the way down at this point where it now pushes price up. All these bars are blue. So this blue bar is going to go up all the way up, just until maybe this point or another retracement just at this point. So if I put another line here on top of this one, if you go back to the lower time frame, you find that that's a closing candlestick of 15. Let me just go back. You see, it's here. See why it is. That's why I'm expecting a retest to make this one a verified resistance. When it spikes from there, it's going to make a verified resistance and it's going to go down, maybe break, or maybe it's going to retest here, or it's going to break this one. Because when it drops, when it makes two, after this one makes a retracement, then it's going to make another maybe weak resistance uh, uh, or untested resistance. It's going to push down. It's going to break this one. But here, when it drops, then it continues going up. When it makes a weak support here, which means this one has to be broken. It depends on which one is strong enough. But looking at the setup right now, price is actually moving up.
So it means we can hold up to a resistance level
Mm,
or
at this
support level.
at this point, I'm saying maybe price might make a retracement here before it makes another support here. It might drop a little bit down because we missed this one. But to be safe, you take your entries here. So when you miss such setups, that's why for me I don't like taking trades. Like right now, I'm trying to relax. So when I enter the market, this is 12. This is 12. Exactly, maybe 01. So I'll find maybe a good setup for me to take a trade, and I'll enter the trade. And this one went and this one even changed the direction. I took entries, but I was I was scalping, but I could have held on this one. I could have held on this one because it even made it even made the crossing here. After making the crossing, then it kept going down. Then it even made this. So we missed a good entry right there.
I just wanted to scalp 1 to 5 candles.
1 to 5 candles.
Yeah. So what will be the best safest way? So we we can take 5 candles.
You want to scalp 5 candles,
Yeah, that's only
or you
what
just
I
you,
want.
you just want to scalp 5 candles? Okay. If you want to
Yeah.
if you want to take full advantage of all these candles, at least maybe 2 to 3 candles is going to be off, because from this point after the spike, you can take maybe 3 candles. At this point, you take your TP. Even at this point, you take your TP before the spike. Even at this point, you take your TP when it crosses. Then you also, yeah, you can just be taking TP there. But when you see this, at least this is going to
It
push
me-
price. And if your entry
I
was at
it
this
means
point,
I can take TP when candle touch the yellow line.
yeah, 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 when it touches the yellow line, just
Okay.
to avoid the spike. on the
Okay.
mobile setup just to avoid the spike. Uh, where is that? Okay, another entry was just based off there after coming from the resistance there. Another entry was just there. So
Click the bar at the top, it will move.
balloon.
Click the arrow, the arrow that is, yeah, yes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that. So this is the entry we were talking about that time when I was explaining. From the top part of the Bollinger Band, it went all the way down and touched, and it bounced back, made another resistance there. Then it's continued going down. So the color change always happens when it crosses this other point. Just that market is moving, so is moving down right now. Then anytime, boom, to spike, maybe hit here and to come back at this point. Maybe make a retracement at this point. Mm, might come all the way. Maybe at this point, yo, I think this thing is just way too much. Let me do this. Where is the mouse? Uh, so price is being expected to touch this point and maybe push price a little bit further up here. Yo, from that point, or it can it can continue going all the way down, makes a retracement at that point. But it all depends with the higher time frame. Let's see. Let's see what it shows on the higher time frame. So the higher time frame shows all that. And boom boom, spike up. And 4 hours, what is it showing in 4 hours? 4 hours, you can't even see anything. 1 hour. Okay, so in 5 minutes, it has already touched this point. So at this point, it might spike, maybe if a 10-minute spike, then yeah, it continue going down again, or it continue going up, because this is what is this band? Where is price sitting? This is a lower band, so we can expect it to go and make a retracement just at this point and form another level, which is in the 1 minute, which in the 1 minute is showing something like let me see if I do something like that. 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, I don't know the problem I'm having with it with this PC now. So looking at this previous support which was here, looking at the previous support which was formed here with the weak support here or untested support, it might come and it might come and make a verified resistance at that point and push price down. But if it breaks that one, it's going to be weak. If it breaks it, then it's going to aim for that one. So here it's almost touching the buy point. So you see,
So
those more like a fake out of this, in in Boomfire 1000 using 1 minute time frame. But if you look at it in the 5, you see it's still going down and it has touched that point. And looking at it 15 minutes, it shows that it's going down. So if you took your entry or after the spike from this point, then you let it go down. It can go down and break this one. It can break this support. It can break this support because there was price action which was being formed. There were touch. Oh, this mouse. Okay, let me just put it right there. Ah, okay. So the first 2 points, the higher low, this one was the first point where price touched. This is 15 minutes. The first low, the higher low was this one. Then the second higher low was this one. Then the third one was this one. Then it made a breakout. So that breakout is the one which is now pushing price to go down all the way to break this support right here. So that's the thing we're expecting. Expecting markets to go down. Maybe after let me see, because right now price is saying it wants to spike just a little bit. Yeah, it can spike just a little bit, maybe to make a trace, to make a retest here, then it will continue going down. So your first entry would have been at this point where it says verified resistance. At least from verified resistance, that's more like a double top entry. Could have gone down with it. Could have gone down because that's where after the touch here, it spiked, then it broke out just at this point. There was a small spike here. Then after that, it broke the trend line. So after breaking the trend line, now this is the movement we have. It goes all the way down. Uh, okay, let me just do this on this one. Indicator list. I'm sure I can now see it more clear. The first touch was here, and the second touch was here, where it made more like a double bottom here. It pushed price, it went all the way up there, and from there was a resistance point here. The resistance was let's see if it was coming from the previous movement of market. Okay, so that was the highest point of the market. That's why we use and there were a lot of double tops here. Another one was just here. The other one, what was happening here? So this one, two, three. Another breakout was just here. Another breakout coming from here. The first touch, the second and third touch. Then after that one, there was a breakout at this point. There was the first touch, third, or first, second, then the third one. Then after that one, there's a breakout, which was here. It went all the way down. And yeah, this one is just going a little bit far. If we draw it from first lower low, second lower low, third lower low, then a breakout, and that's a breakout. So this one has just spiked right now. It has just spiked right now. So it's going to make a condition for another sale very soon. If you wanted to catch a spike, maybe you could have caught a spike. Let me see 5 minutes, because the LTD was showing you that it's going to make a spike. So here there's a resistance level here from the previous resistance here. There's also another resistance level here. So this one is weak. If you're using the indicators, that's why now the indicators come to play. So using just price action, you can see everything using just price action. So the weak resistance is just here. Sorry, support. It's just here where price is now bounced back. So it's going to come down. It's going to break this one. Then other resistance levels, other support levels. There's going to be one here, and there's going to be another one just at this point. Then a verified one is at the double bottom here. That's where a verified one is going to be at this point. I'm sure you're getting it. So here, that's where price was being pushed up. It went up, it broke all these. There were previous supports, like a resistance point. There was a resistance point here. There was a double top here. It was a verified resistance at this point. It pushed price all the way down. There was untested support here. Untested support was broken after, like this one was a phase. So if you were to draw a trend line here, coming from the verified one, if you draw a trend line, coming at this point, touching this point and touching the third one, you see, boom. So from this point, 1, 2, 3, there was a breakout. I don't know if you're getting this. So other guys who use price action, before they take a trade, they actually draw maybe trend lines like, oh, there's a first higher high, another higher high. So wait, higher low or lower high. This one's a lower high and another lower high and another one, or the two ones, this one and this one. So before it touches this point, you can even say, okay, at this point, price is going to push down. Then after it touches this point, then there's going to be a breakout, because it has already touched. It has already made retest, like the first retest and the second retest. And this happens almost every time, because there's one, you maybe attach it with if price was to, okay, for example here at this point, okay, this one we drew it because we have already seen how price moved. So for example, you are in the markets and you find something like okay, let's see, you identify where there was a resistance. The resistance was here at this point. Then another resistance. Oh, sorry, the support was there. What am I saying? The support was there. Then another support. Another support was there. So another support was there. So like prices always going to follow this trend. But here, some people would expect it to go up. But when it breaks, when it passes, okay, the first point, the second point, when it breaks through, which means it's going to be a downtrend, like this one. It's going to go down. Just do this, do that, do that, do that. This is a boom 1000. This is 5 minutes time frame, 5 minutes time frame, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. This one I'm going to load it with the temper for boom. And so you see what's happening. You see what's happening. That's where the support is at that point. The one we drew, this support coming from this point where the trend line started from, going up. And there's a support here. You see the support. So looking at it using the indicators now, if we come to the indicators, everything is set up for you. Everything is set up for you. So you see, that's a weak support right there. You see, the first one was at this point. This other touch. Then the third one was at this point. Though here it was verified. At this point it was verified because it was more like a retracement. It made the retest on the same support twice. After making that, it pushed price going up. This is more like yeah. So yeah, when it pushed price going up, it made a double top there. Then there was a resistance level there and pushed price going down. So you see, so price is now sitting at a weak support. So this weak support can be broken after some time when maybe it makes a retracement somewhere at this point. There should be a point here, this one. There should be, it's going to form another verified, maybe verified resistance uh, uh, at at this top or this other top here. So right now, it's not a clear movement of where price is going to go. But all we know is that when it makes a retracement at this point, then it's going to now push price going down. Then it's going maybe to break this one. When this one is broken, it's going to hit this verified support here. This verified support is going to push price it more further up. But when it breaks again this one, there'll be another one which it's supposed to break. Then what we're expecting is for it to reach this point. If we look at it in a higher time frame, maybe 4 hours. Oh, that's one. Let me see. Okay. Let me look at it in 4 hours. So if you look at it in 4 hours, we have verified support of all these. So all these, they're going to be maybe retested or broken. After retracement, it is going to break. And this one looks like a continuous trend line. This one, can you see that? That looks like a continuous trend line. It comes to touch that one. Yeah, it was a continuous one coming from there. It was more like an uptrend going all the way up. Then a breakout was just there. See, it even continued, like it's one and the same thing, just going up right there. Sure, maybe we're going to even connect another one, but this one is one which just connects. The same thing, coming from that point, going all the way up. This is this is a proven support. It goes all the way to the to this verified support before a breakout. Wait, comes from there, goes all the way, passes up to, yeah, that point. Guys, my PC is battery low right now. I don't know if it gets anything, but if you're still having problems, we're going to go with yeah, individual Zoom, so that we see how we're going to change that, how we're going to turn that thing around. We're making losses. You can actually maybe use even the scalping if you want to go down. But if you follow what the indicators tell you, at least you can take full advantage of them. Because the indicators, at least, they're going to make it more easy for you. Not to draw the trend lines, not to do all that. You just take your trades at the highest point of the market, like where it says untested resistance. You go in, you can hold. But if you want to scalp or hedge, at least you can follow what the moving averages are telling you. At least that's the easiest way. If you're using a bigger lot, if you're using a bigger lot size, you can take full advantage of this. You take your entry there, take your TP there. Take your entry there, take your TP there. You see, from coming from there, coming from the resistance at least, which it says verified, you're actually safe. Because here, when you just take your entry, it's a guarantee. You zoom out, you see where you're sitting from. The top part. As long as it's verified. So don't take trades in between if you're not sure of what you're doing. Just maybe scalp. Maybe you can take advantage of them. Just take a few which can satisfy your account. At least grow your account before you go in with all thing, like all big thing. Where was I? I think my trades were where was my trades? My trades were here. So the trades I took were here, were based on this. Then the first spike was there. I wouldn't have been affected that much. Then another one was there. Then it forms this one again. Then I will miss this one because we could have taken an entry here. Why you see the weak resistance. Though I'm running out of battery right now. I think I need to charge my PC. Then yeah. If I have any problems, yeah, you can ask me. Then we can see what we can do. But looking at the touch of the top Bollinger Band, third one spike, it goes back, it makes a retracement there, then it goes back again down. And there's a crossing here of the moving average, the exponential, and the 2MA. That's a crossing right there.
Thank you, King.
So let me just save so that the meeting can be saved at least, because we're only remaining with 7 minutes now. So let me see, maybe the meeting can be saved, because when the PC goes off, I don't think it's going to be saved.
Okay, okay, okay.
All right.